All right, guys, how's it going? So, you must have had a chance to watch Jurgen Klopp's press conference today, right? If you haven't, go and watch it. It was, as Brendan Rodgers would say, fantastic. So, all the fan accounts and journalists, they're all, knocking one out over it. They thought it was amazing, do you know what I mean? Well, it depends which journalist, to be honest with you. I just stopped for lunch and I was just sat outside having a bite to eat and that, and I had Talk Sport on the radio, and they were sticking the boot in to Jurgen, to be honest with you. No surprises there, I guess. And also a caller, this guy rang in, like, oh, I'm a postman, I've got arthritis, I work this many hours a week, I only get a modest wage and everything. I'm only 38, I've been doing this all my life, blah, 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 and all that, which absolutely bang on, and his point was, you're getting paid millions of pounds, get on with it. And I understand that. Do you know what I mean? I understand that. They're in a different world to us, right? But the reality is, Reg, the postman, I don't know if he was called Reg, but it's a good name to give a postman, I think. The reality is, Reg, nobody wants to pay to watch you deliver your, letters and whatnot. People want to pay, well, they don't want to pay, but they do pay, or they want to watch, there we go, there's a better thing. They want to watch the Premier League, the top flight football. The thing is, if you spoke to Jurgen Klopp, he would sit there and say, I get it. I am in a very, lucky, position compared to you, you're right? There's no one more cool, right, than Jurgen. So it's a bit daft to go on a radio and say, compare your life to mine. We all know that. I mean, I'm sure the majority of people watching my content, me included, we're just at the bottom of the rung. Do you know what I mean? But I don't resent any of it. And yes, there are times when I think, just get on with it, you paid fucking, do you know what I mean? I get it. But Jurgen, he'd turn around and say, I get it, I'm in a privileged position, whatever. But at the end of the day, this is my job. This is, my job, and I am employed to manage this group of footballers and to this football club, to progress and do whatever. So he's talking about the demands of the game at the level that he works, not that you work, Reg, delivering, letters or whatever. So I'm sure that in your industry as a postman, when things are not going right or you're stretched or whatever, you'll report that to your supervisors. They probably don't fucking listen. And say, God, this is too much. I can't do that round in that amount of time. I need more time. Jurgen's just doing a different thing. These people are just on a different level to us. It doesn't mean that they're rubbing your face in it. You know what I mean? So I understand completely. I know there'll be some of you thinking, fuck me, I wish I had that money and that's all I had to worry about. Yeah, me too. But the reality is, money to them, they're already minted. But they're not being snobby with it. Jurgen isn't, that is for sure. And then I heard Talk Sport, like a news bulletin, and it was like Jurgen Klopp calls for human rights charity. They said it seriously as well. Human rights charity to step in to protect footballers or something. And it's just like, the shitstorming's unbelievable. So on the members website today, I obviously, so I'm getting notifications. On the members website today, I obviously followed up on that original post, when I said about Jurgen was going to let rip, when given opportunity or whatever, but, which is basically what he's done today. He's really said what he wanted to say. And I followed up on that post today saying, there we have it. My friend, my source, I hate using the word source and contact, so my friend, and he's a friend, was right. And people, some people replied and said, I don't see the point of it. Like they're all going to have a go at him and that. And you're right, like, but it's his parting thing, isn't it? Like he's had to, in his career, his position, he's had to deal with these problems. And he's just letting it be known what he thinks. And I take my hat off to him, and I'm looking forward to the next outburst against the referees. But what I would say is that rival fans and broadcasters and that, they have it in for him and Liverpool at times anyway. Don't get me wrong, I think, so no matter what he does or what he says, don't get me wrong, sometimes Jurgen is a bit of a whiner when they start banging on about so many fixtures and stuff like that. That grates me, because this is the whole point of having a squad, as Rafa Benitez would say, right? But he's no different to other managers before him or whatever. They're all the same, But we look at it as like, just get on with it. You're earning fucking 400 grand a week, or, 200 grand a week, whatever. Fuck it, I have to do this and that. And it's right, we do. But they don't. That's what they do for a living, and, we have to accept it, we'd all want nurses and firemen and policemen and ambulancemen and all, the amazing heroes out in the world, the soldiers, everyone. We want all them people to be handsomely rewarded. We do. So, but Jurgen was speaking up from a professional position within football, whether we like it or not, or whether we can relate to it or not. And I'm sorry, my eyes are a bit sore again today. I'm going to have to stop today soon. So anyway, my thoughts are, what did you think of that? Of his comments? Was it a rant? I guess it was a rant, but a very mature, well-delivered rant. And, I don't know. I thought it was good, He basically said, fuck off TNT, didn't he? So, I like it. I like it when people speak their mind. I really do. And, we've had Rafa, get out. Do you remember when Rafa pulled out the old paper there and did the Rafa facts thing? We want to see these things, I think, so there's many people that say they're detached and in a different world, but then when they become detached, is that the right? Hang on, many people say they're detached from us. That's right, when they're detached from us and in a different world, but then when they come down to our level and have a good fucking moan, then we moan about them having a moan. You can't win, can you? Do you know what I mean? So as far as I'm concerned, nice one, Jurgen. Fucking two, right? Honest. And he came out with some blinders today, and I hope we see a bit more in his last press conference or last post-match interview when he, about referees and things like that. So yeah, fair play to the guy. I thought it was good. So I did do a video about it earlier, but the press conference was underway. Then I hadn't seen it. I'd only seen bits come up on here. Like here, I monitor keywords. Some of these need changing now, actually. If you see an account on here, it doesn't mean I follow them. And it's not because I need to see what they're... Well, I do need to see what they're saying. But basically, I work on the center screen behind me. And when this changes, I like to look. And then if I see something that I think I need to address with you, I do that, whether it's positive or negative. So... yeah, all good fun. That fucking fly's still in here. It's doing my head in. I'm gonna get that fly killer around. Sort the fucking thing out. What am I doing with it? All right then, guys. Let me know what you thought of that press conference. Jurgen, was it a rant? Was he mental? Was it what he said? Was it right? Do you think he should just get on with it and just shut his mouth because the rest of us are peasants? And do you know what I mean? I understand where the postman was coming from. I do. But like I said, no one's going to want to sit in the street to watch him delivering posts. So I'm afraid he's only going to be valued at the level he is. They're like the rest of us. They are overpaid. We know that. Jurgen's overpaid. The players are overpaid. Yeah, they're all overpaid. So inevitable that the press and media were going to, certain parts of the press and media are going to spin it and make it sound worse than what he sat there with a big grin on his face, and it didn't look fucking stressed to me. So anyway, let me know what you thought, guys. All right, if you appreciate the video, please do give me a thumbs up. Please drop me a comment. If you want to buy me a coffee or a beer, you can do that with a super thanks. I'll give you a shout out in the briefing tomorrow morning. Yes, I will have time for one. Maybe, I don't know. I might be a bit late, so because I'm flying to England tomorrow. All right, please read the video description. And check out the mailing list, the chat room, my social media channels, accounts, and also the Fabrizio Nositolio project, my new channel. You can come in as a partner on that if you want, or you can just be a follower. And yeah, I think we'll speak again today. It's just my eyes getting a bit sore now. And we'll do a live stream at some point as well. It's maybe a bit too early at the moment. So yeah, let me know what you thought, guys, and I'll speak to you in a bit.